Pain is universal. But when it's a man who is hurting, especially because of a woman, society tends to stay silent. There's this unspoken rule that men should be tough, unaffected, and always in control. But the truth is, men bleed too. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And sometimes, the deepest wounds come not from strangers, but from the women they love. This guide is for the man who's silently suffering. For the man who's confused, betrayed, belittled, or broken by a woman he gave his heart to. Whether she lied, cheated, manipulated, or emotionally abused you, this isn't just about her. It's about you. Your healing. Your power. Your future. We're going to talk about the hurt. The shame. The quiet breakdowns and the loud regrets. But more importantly, we're going to talk about how to rise. This isn't just a guide to handling a woman who hurt you, it's a blueprint to reclaiming your identity, your boundaries, and your inner strength. No fluff. No sugarcoating. Just real strategies and honest reflection to help you move from pain to power. Recognizing the hurt. 1. Understanding emotional pain as a man. Most men are taught to be providers, protectors, and pillars of strength. But who protects the man when his emotional world collapses? Society often mocks or minimizes male pain. Toughen up. You're being sensitive. Just move on. But you can't heal what you don't acknowledge. You must understand, your emotional pain is real. When the woman you love disrespects you, dismisses you, or diminishes your value, it cuts deep. It's not weakness to feel hurt. It's humanity. And emotional pain can be more dangerous than physical pain because it eats away at your self-esteem, peace, and confidence. 2. The different faces of hurt. Emotional manipulation, using guilt, passive aggression, or emotional blackmail to control you. Gaslighting, making you question your reality, feelings, or sanity. Disrespect, undermining your worth, insulting you, or mocking your efforts. Betrayal, cheating, lying, or breaking deep trust. Physical or verbal abuse, yelling, hitting, belittling in front of others. Sometimes the hurt is subtle. Other times, it's explosive. But pain is pain, and it all matters. 3. When it's not just a bad phase. Every relationship has ups and downs. But if the emotional environment is consistently toxic, demeaning, or damaging, it's not a phase. It's a pattern. You need to distinguish between a woman having a bad day and a woman making your life worse. The difference lies in consistency, remorse, and willingness to change. If she hurts you repeatedly and shows no accountability, it's more than just friction. It's emotional warfare. And you don't win that war by staying and absorbing more damage. You win by waking up, taking back control, and choosing your peace over the illusion of love. Recognizing that the person you trusted may not be healthy for you is one of the most painful, and powerful, awakenings a man can have. Recognizing the problem is the first step toward reclaiming your emotional and mental freedom. In the next section, we'll go deeper into how to process that pain in a way that transforms you instead of breaks you. Processing the pain. 4. Give yourself permission to feel. Men are often taught to hide emotion like it's a sign of weakness. But the truth is, feeling is the first step toward healing. What you refuse to feel, you can't release. You may be angry, hurt, confused, devastated, embarrassed. That's okay. The most dangerous thing you can do is ignore those feelings. Bottled up pain becomes bitterness. And bitterness is heavy, it drags your entire life down. Sit with your emotions. Write them out. Cry if you have to. Scream into a pillow. Talk to someone you trust. Don't let society convince you that being human is wrong. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to hurt. And you are allowed to heal. 5. Don't just man up, heal up. Man up is not the answer. Healing up is. This means learning how to understand your emotional wounds, tracing them back to their roots, and applying the salve of awareness, support, and action. Get into therapy if you can. Join a men's support group. Read books on emotional intelligence and recovery. Take solo time to process. This isn't about blaming her for everything. It's about taking full responsibility for your healing. You can't control what she did, but you can control how you recover. 6. Breaking the denial. One of the hardest things to do is admit that someone you love is hurting you. Especially if you've invested time, energy, and loyalty into her. But love without respect is not love. Loyalty without reciprocity is a slow death. Denial sounds like, "She didn't mean it. She's just going through something. It's probably my fault too." No. Hurt is hurt. And when it's consistent, intentional, and without apology, it's a choice she's making. You owe it to yourself to see things clearly. 7. Dealing with shame and embarrassment. Many men stay in toxic relationships out of shame. Shame that they let it happen. Embarrassment that they stayed too long. Guilt for not being man enough to fix it. But let's be clear, her actions are not your shame to carry. You stayed because you cared. You tolerated because you hoped. You endured because you loved. Now it's time to choose yourself. Shame dies when you speak it. Talk about your pain. Share it with someone safe. The more you own your story, the less power it has over you. Understanding her behavior. 8. Hurt people hurt people. Sometimes, the woman who hurt you is herself deeply wounded. Maybe she has trauma, insecurities, or unresolved pain that spills into your relationship. This doesn't excuse the damage, but it helps explain it. Understanding her pain isn't about fixing her. It's about releasing yourself from trying to carry her emotional baggage. Compassion doesn't mean submission. You can understand why someone is broken and still choose to walk away from their chaos. 9. Narcissism, immaturity, or insecurity. Some women hurt others not out of evil, but out of immaturity or lack of self-awareness. But in some cases, their behavior may point to deeper issues. Narcissistic traits, lack of empathy, constant need for validation, manipulative charm. Emotional immaturity, can't handle conflict, avoids responsibility, explodes emotionally. Chronic insecurity, constant jealousy, control issues, overreactions to imagined threats. If these patterns exist, you must recognize them for what they are, red flags, not love languages. 10. The blame game. Some women deflect responsibility by always blaming others, you especially. Everything becomes your fault. Her bad mood. Her cheating. Her unhappiness. This tactic keeps you off balance and always apologizing. It drains your sense of worth and makes you question your instincts. Remember, you're not crazy. You're not always wrong. You don't deserve to carry her guilt. 11. She might love you, but not know how to treat you. This is one of the hardest truths to accept. Someone can genuinely love you, and still hurt you. Not because they don't care, but because they don't know how to love in a healthy way. Love without emotional maturity is still dangerous. A woman can say she loves you and still lie, lash out, or destroy your confidence. It's not enough to love, you also have to know how to treat someone right. Understanding this distinction can help you stop internalizing her behavior as a reflection of your value. Sometimes it's not about you, it's about her limits. 12. The power of boundaries. Boundaries are not walls to shut people out, they're bridges that protect your peace, self-respect, and emotional space. If a woman consistently crosses your boundaries, it's not just about her behavior, it's about your enforcement. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. If you allow repeated disrespect, manipulation, or betrayal, you send the message that it's acceptable. It's time to draw the line. Boundaries sound like, "I will not be spoken to like that." If you lie to me again, this relationship is over. My needs matter too, and I won't settle for emotional neglect. Enforcing boundaries may cause conflict. Good. That means they're real. If she values you, she'll respect them. If she doesn't, she'll reveal herself. 13. Stop playing the fixer. It's noble to want to help the woman you love grow. But when your relationship becomes a never-ending rehab center for her wounds, you lose yourself in the process. You are not her therapist. You are not her savior. You're a man who deserves love, respect, and peace. Every time you excuse her behavior, fix her messes, or carry her emotional weight, you betray yourself. Step out of the fixer role. Step into the role of a man who demands mutual effort. 14. Learn the art of the exit. Sometimes the most powerful boundary is leaving. When you've communicated, tried, and endured, and nothing changes, it's not quitting. It's protecting yourself. Leaving doesn't mean you're weak. It means you finally respect yourself enough to stop begging for someone to see your worth. Make an exit plan if you need to. Find support. Talk to a therapist or trusted friend. Prepare mentally and emotionally. Then go. Walking away doesn't make you heartless. It makes you healed. 15. Don't fall for the guilt trap. When you start asserting boundaries or preparing to leave, she may suddenly become apologetic. Promise to change. Use guilt to reel you back in. This is often a cycle. She hurts you. You react. She apologizes or blames you. You stay. She repeats the cycle. Recognize this pattern. Watch her actions, not her words. Guilt is not love. If she only respects you when she fears losing you, she never respected you at all. 16. Build a life beyond her. When a woman has been the center of your world, even if she hurt you, it's hard to imagine life without her. But this is your moment to rebuild. Start small. Reconnect with hobbies you abandoned. Rekindle friendships. Hit the gym. Get fit, physically and mentally. Invest in your goals, dreams, and purpose. Your life cannot revolve around someone who mistreats you. Build a life so powerful, she becomes a distant memory, not your center. 17. Stand on your values. When the storm hits, your values are your anchor. What do you believe about love, loyalty, respect, and truth? Write it down. Reflect on it daily. Any woman who compromises your core values is a threat to your soul. Don't bend to keep her. Stand strong to protect yourself. You're not here to be tolerated. You're here to be honored. 18. The journey to reclaiming your confidence. Confidence isn't loud or arrogant, it's quiet certainty. And when a woman has crushed your spirit, gaslight you, or made you question your worth, that confidence takes a hit. To reclaim it, you must rebuild from the inside out. Begin by forgiving yourself. For staying too long. For ignoring red flags. For loving blindly. Then, choose new self-affirming beliefs. I am worthy of respect. I will not settle. I am not defined by someone else's mistreatment. Self-respect is the foundation. Self-belief is the fuel. Your confidence doesn't come from how she treated you. It comes from how you choose to treat yourself now. 19. Redefining masculinity on your own terms. One of the biggest steps in healing is letting go of toxic masculinity, the idea that real men don't hurt or real men don't talk about emotions. Real masculinity isn't emotional suppression. It's emotional intelligence. It's the strength to cry and the power to move forward. It's being honest about your pain, and brave enough to confront it. Redefine what being a man means to you. Does it mean loyalty? Integrity? Boundaries? Does it include softness, kindness, and self-care? Create your own version of masculinity, one that makes space for healing, evolution, and love. 20. Surrounding yourself with the right people. Healing alone is tough. While solitude has its place, isolation is dangerous. You need people who remind you of who you are when you forget. Seek out brotherhood. Whether it's a therapist, men's group, or loyal friends, surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and hold you accountable. Cut ties with toxic enablers who want to keep you stuck. Choose community that fuels your comeback, not your bitterness. 21. Rediscovering purpose and passion. When pain clouds your world, you lose sight of your mission. You forget your talents, your dreams, your fire. It's time to reignite that fire. Start asking yourself, what do I love? What am I good at? How do I want to impact the world? Purpose heals. Passion energizes. When your life becomes mission-driven again, her shadow fades. You stop living in the past because the future finally excites you more. 22. Attracting better by becoming better. You attract what you reflect. If you're still wounded, you'll attract women who feed that wound. But when you rise into healing, peace, and purpose, you attract women who mirror that strength. So focus on becoming a man with emotional discipline. A man who communicates clearly and calmly. A man who knows what he wants, and won't settle. You don't have to chase love. Just become a man who's ready to receive the right kind of love. 23. Trusting again without losing yourself. Yes, trust can be rebuilt, but not overnight. It takes time, consistency, and clear boundaries. The goal is not to close your heart forever. The goal is to protect it wisely. Next time, don't ignore red flags. Speak up early. Honor your gut feelings. Love again, but never lose yourself in the process. A woman should complement your life, not become your life. 24. Celebrate the comeback. Every step you've taken, from heartbreak to healing, is worth celebrating. You're not the same man who was broken. You're wiser. Stronger. Sharper. Start celebrating small wins. A week of peace without her drama. Setting a boundary and sticking to it. Feeling excitement for life again. The comeback isn't a single moment, it's a journey. And if you've come this far, you're already winning.